Hello everyone out there. Once again, another video here. As I keep bringing them along, keep producing them here. This one is going to be more of the focus on dark wave. Now I've done other videos before, new wave, synth pop, Italo disco, Euro disco, Duran Duran. If you'd like to get caught up on my channel, it is Classic Vinyl Collectibles. Go ahead and hit the subscribe button and hit the likes. And most of all, I would like to hear from you. Leave me some comments in the section below and let's talk a little bit. Tell me what you think about all of this stuff. So in 2 days, I'm going to be going to San Francisco at DNA Lounge, and I'm going to be seeing these guys from the country of Turkey. And they are a dark wave group. And if you imagine, you take the vocals of Sisters of Mercy and Bauhaus and some of the early music of those groups, and also, let's say, The Cure, A Forest, Charlotte sometimes. Combine all that together and you have this group called She Passed Away. P-A-S-T, She Passed Away. Sort of like a time reference there, I guess. But in this video, I'm wearing my Eraserhead shirt. I always like to wear that when I talk about this kind of stuff because we're talking about more of the abstract, the different, the left field, dark wave, more of the B side of things, college radio stuff. So I'm going to start with the stack here, and I'm focusing on She Passed Away and also Clan of Xymox, but mostly She Passed Away because I'm going to be seeing them in 2 days at DNA Lounge in San Francisco, and I look forward to seeing it. And I'm going to leave a link in the description field of what they sound like. Now, if you like the deep vocals and some of that early, like I said, Bauhaus stuff or Sisters of Mercy sound, early Cure, these guys have brought it back. And everything that they talk about is in the Turkish language. It's dark. It's really almost kind of ritualistic sounding. I don't know what he's talking about, I guess. I read some of it. But for the most part, it's just dark stuff, but good. And their music is beautiful too. But his voice is very deep. And if you ever hear him in interviews, his voice is much higher than mine. So I don't know how he does it. But I look forward to taking some pictures too and posting it onto their Facebook page. And by the way, I do have a Facebook page for my records too, and it is Classic Vinyl Collectibles. So go ahead and visit me on Facebook too, also the YouTube channel here. So let's get past all of that and start looking at the records because I have some colored vinyl here to show you as well. And I'm wearing finger cots because a couple of viewers, they were getting after me for showing my records by pulling them out by my fingers. They didn't like it. And instead of me arguing with them, I'm just going to wear some finger cots. I don't ever play my records. I don't have time for it. I just collect them. And what I call is, I call it a controlled obsession that doesn't break the bank. How do you like that? Oh, and by the way, stop at Classic Jams on YouTube with a K, Classic Jams. If you like the stuff that I have behind me, and also this way here too, new wave synth pop, electro, Italo disco, anything, this guy has got it. You put our record collections together, you can have one of the best record stores ever. So take a look at his channel. And I'm also going to drop a link down in the description field as well. So both will be for She Passed Away, Clan of Xymox, and Classic Jams. Oh, and also one more. One of my Discog sellers, Visage 0406. He's got a great record collection, especially when it comes to Italo disco and Euro disco. So now that all of that is out of the way, I do like to give my compliments and shout outs to some of my friends out there. Well, here we go. Now that I've got your attention. This is it. Look at this. She Passed Away, and it is on this half smoked clear and black vinyl here. Can you see that there? Yeah, without the glare. She Passed Away. I don't know how to say their titles. I'm not even going to try. I've tried it with the French records of Italo disco, and I've even let myself down. So I'm not even going to try, but there is one album there, and it's on a smoky colored plus a half black. I don't know how they did that. Usually when a record is pressed, it's just squashed, but how they're doing them now with half black and half clear, who knows. But that's the first one there. And boy, I can't wait to see these guys. I just can't wait. 2 more days. Here's this other one too. Again, I'm not going to try to pronounce the title of it. I leave it up to them. Whatever they're talking about, it's just pretty awesome. Even if they're talking about nothing and nonsense, it would still sound good. I guess you could say that they could sing the phone book and make it sound awesome. But look at their video down in the link of my description field. You'll know what I'm talking about. So here's this one here. And this is one of their LPs. And then here is the backside here. I think they're kind of close to my age. I'm going to be going on 53. Yeah, I come from the 80s, one of the best decades ever. And so a lot of you would probably agree with that. It was one of the decades of the best music ever as far as new things and experimental. So here we got Darkwave here. She passed away, one of their LPs. This one here is called Part-Time Punks Sessions. There's other Part-Time Punks sessions of other bands. This one is focused on She Passed Away. And of course it is on this beautiful glossy clear plastic that I get from this local record store. This really hole-in-the-wall place of this abstract, funky, groovy furniture, trippy stuff you would see in San Francisco. And then the lady's got this record store in the back of all this post-punk, heavy metal, bizarre stuff I've never heard of. Right here in my gold country. It just opened. So I get my plastic covers from her. So Classic Jams, my buddy over there said my covers look like they're in pristine conditions. Sometimes it might be because of the plastic cover. And also on Discogs, I buy very good plus. I don't get fair and good or poor. Why bother? You want your covers to be nice. So friends, if you're shopping on Discogs, look at the grading system of VG plus, or if you can get very good, that's slightly below, but go for VG plus or NM. That's near mint. Or you want to pay the extra price, go for mint if you want to. Part-Time Punks, She Passed Away. I don't remember these guys' names. I'm not even going to go there with that either. They're just really awesome. Let's take Bela Lugosi's Dead, cross between The Cure, Charlotte Sometimes. Fuse those two together and you sort of got She Passed Away. This one here I have on this beautiful green. And look at this here. Well, blue. Whatever. Jimi Hendrix saw blue streetlights. Some of us see green streetlights. Yeah, to each his own. It's got these scissors on the cover. And it's on this beautiful bluish green vinyl. I had to have this. This probably set me back $40. But this record here is a cover version of their other songs, but done much more techno-ish. Now, what I mean by techno, I don't mean early rave stuff, that noisy techno stuff back in 91 and 92. This is much more darker electronic, minus the guitars and bass guitars. So look this up on YouTube. I forgot what it's called. Oh, it's just X. That's the name of the LP here. X. So look up She Passed Away X with the scissors here. One of them is also remixed by a group called, what are they called? Boy Harsher. I have a lot to say about them. Boy Harsher, and I'll show you them later. They are like the next Chris Ancosi, Throbbing Gristle, but just very powerful and very beautiful electronic synth pop. And I can go on for an hour talking about them. A girl vocalist, but I'll show you them in just a little bit. Let's go on to red vinyl here of She Passed Away. Look at that. Oh, it's just stunning, beautiful blood red. This one is also where they took their music and went a little bit more on the electronica side. This is kind of like a cross between electronic stuff and, let's say, high energy, maybe disco. Let's call it electro disco. How about that? And because I'm wearing my finger cots, and you can all thank me for that, I'm going to take my record out and handle it with my terribly oily fingers. Look at that. That's one of the guys from the group. I don't know who it is, but I had to have this on. Red, blood, translucent, ooh, dark stuff, right? There are the songs right there. Mind you, sometimes I'm trying to scramble for words. I really don't know what to say when I make these videos, so I sort of get myself caught at a stucking point of what to say. This one here is She Passed Away. Another one, what is that? Billerdi Gichi. I don't know. Looks like a wedding photo. But yeah, this has got this one called Ritual. It's on a couple of other records that I just shown to you. So look up She Passed Away, Ritual, and you'll see what I'm talking about when it comes to these guys. So there's that record as well on this beautiful glossy plastic cover. Same album is this one. This seems to be one of their biggest releases right here. That's the singer, and here's one of his bandmates. I think there's only 2 of them. In one of their black and white videos, it shows 3 of them, but I think it's really just this guy and this guy right here. Here's your frontman singer. And I'm hoping that they will be selling some of their vinyl records at the concert. And maybe I can even meet up with these guys and take some pictures like I did with Clan of Xymox. Oh, that was so fun. Boy, Zymox were loud, epic, and powerful. Almost had to plug my ears. Lots of lights flashing too. Ronny Moorings, he sure knew how to put together a Darkwave group, sort of like the founders of Darkwave. And then these guys come along years later, not bring it back, but let's say to pass the baton and keep it going with this album right here. Oh my gosh. So you got to look them up. Okay, so that is She Passed Away. Let's move on to Clan of Xymox. We're at 11.5 minutes here. I'm going to keep going. I think I showed these to you on another video, and I'm going to show them again in case you may have missed them. This here is the Clan of Xymox sort of first LP. There's another one with Moscovic Mosquito on a different release. I'm just going to show you all of the Zymox that I have. So this is sort of their first LP. I think it's 1984. Great stuff if you're exploring any of the underground like I do. I have another YouTube channel. It's called Down to Earth Exploring. That's the name of my other YouTube channel, because I do a lot of cave diving, exploring, abandoned mines, and this music really fits that stuff. So Clan of Xymox, first LP. And this has Stranger, which has the flip side of A Day, and that is on this one right here. This is the 12-inch single of Stranger. The beginning of it sounds a little bit similar to Blue Monday, but a lot darker. Blue Monday was a great synth pop track, and I'm not going to give away how I feel about it because I'm going to be running a contest later on in another video about another record too, and see if people can figure out what I'm talking about when I make that video specifically for it. So here is Clan of Xymox, A Day, and Stranger. All right. I think this is the first Zymox record before they became Clan of Xymox, and it is Subsequent Pleasures. The backside is Moscovic Mosquito. Great song. It really defines Zymox's early sound before they got into their later stuff like Obsession back in '87, and then some of their most recent stuff. So there's just a couple of songs on this one here. Blind Hearts, probably at the height of their career on this one here. Deep Inner Blind Hearts, Skin and Bone. Big time hit on this one here. So, great song. That's the 12-inch here. And I believe it's on, are they on Network? I was talking with Ronnie at the concert. I couldn't remember. I know they're on 4AD, but were they on Network? It sure looks like a Network release here. I don't know, Polygram. Maybe they were just on Polygram. Looks like a Network release. That's their logo, by the way, right there. Then there's this one here at the end of the day. So another Zymox release here. Good sounding tune also for its time. Go ahead and look this one up. And I would suggest anything by Zymox, look them up. Create a playlist, download or add to a playlist. Anything you can by them. They used to have a guy named Peter that was with the group. Of course, the frontman and founder of Zymox is Ronny Moorings. I believe they're from the Netherlands. I can never get that right where groups are from. They had another girl from the group too that did the song called Imagination. She had shorter blonde hair. And then they had this real beautiful girl on synthesizers too for Jasmine and Rose. Boy, they really had the look. I mean, we're talking about the leather collar here with the rings on it and all the leather outfits, the eye makeup. Yeah, just really captured that 80s look. Next one here, Phoenix of My Heart, another really nice tune by Clan of Xymox. And this one is on an import. I believe it's also from Polygram Records. So there's that one too. I love having all these records too. My friend at Classic Jams has even said, your covers look like they're pristine. They pretty much are. I don't buy anything that has labels on it from other DJs. I don't like BPM labels. I can't stand DJ so-and-so on that. I will blow dry or blow torch it off if I have to. Sometimes, what can you do? There's only one available, and that's what it has. Otherwise, I will go for VG Plus on Discogs and get it to where it's in really nice condition, like this little sucker right here. This is also Blind Hearts on a different cover. This looks like it's about 1988, going by how this looks right here. I think I remember this being released maybe in 88. I don't know. There's so much of this stuff out there. Where is this from? Oh, United Kingdom. So it's an import from the UK. Blind Hearts. You remember Book of Love and their sound? This is similar to Book of Love, like Lullaby, not so much Boy, but maybe Lullaby and Pretty Boys, Pretty Girls. It's a beautiful sound. And it's this one right here. Imagination takes the shadows away. It's the girl vocalist on this one, a little bit more laid back. Oh, but it's just beautiful, especially when it kicks into the beautiful synthesizer strings. It's just, actually, I think it's a horn. I see Ronny Moorings playing a horn that's got some cable connected to it, and he's playing it this way. It might be an oboe, electronic oboe, but listen to Zymox Imagination. See what I mean? Listen to it. See if you can figure out what he's playing there. So I bought this one here. It's still sealed. This is Zymox, the Peel Sessions. And there they are on the cover there. And then the back side you got Stranger, Muscovite Mosquito, and a couple other really nice ones here. And this is on the Dark Entries label. Another nice one that's come along here on Discogs. It's been printing some of this stuff. So Zymox Peel Sessions. And I'm going to say this once again. Once you first hear Zymox, you might be hooked. So go ahead and get everything that you can by them. You might find yourself growing one heck of a list. Oh, another one called Shadowlands by Zymox. Laid back with this horn in the background. I used that on one of my caving videos. It's beautiful and it's flowing. It's just really like nice background music. Shadowlands by Zymox. I think that's what it's called. I look for it. One of their biggest records here, and it's Twist of Shadows. So I had this, and I had it signed by Ronny Moorings at the DNA Lounge where I saw them. They were just standing off to the side. They had this meet and greet. You can spend a lot of money just to meet and greet them, but for what, 25 bucks? I don't know, maybe 50 bucks. They were standing off to the side signing records. So I took some pictures with them. And he also signed my record that I had. And it's this one right here. See the signatures? It's right there. And then the other one is right there. I don't know which one is who, but I got their signatures that day. And then here, you can see DNA Lounge, the tickets that I had. And then there they are. This was the poster for it in 2018. They started off with, I think, A Day, and then went into Stranger with a full-on throbbing light show. Just intense. You can almost kind of make you go nuts looking at it. Full of strobe lights. But then there's Twist of Shadows again, but this one is on red. Now let's take a look at this for a minute here. And I'm going to take my terribly oily fingers that aren't supposed to be touching records, God forbid. And I have my finger cots on, so I'm going to take the record out here so I don't get yelled at by everybody. She's showing this beautiful red, translucent record. I think it described it as blood red, whatever. It's a red record. Very nice, though, Twist of Shadows. And this has got Obsession on it. What a sick tune that is. Just love it. Now, You like Depeche Mode? Do you remember A Question of Time? I've got to get to you first before they do. It's just a question of time. Clan of Xymox did their cover version of it, and it's much more banging than Depeche Mode's version. Depeche Mode was nice. Clan of Zymox comes along and takes it up about another 5 or 6 levels when he says, I've got to get to you first. I love his accent. And it just starts banging. And it's this one here, Kindred Spirits. I showed this on another video of mine. I think it's my trip hop, Darkwave, Downtempo, acid jazz video. But I had to show it again because they do a cover version of The Cure, A Forest. Let's leave The Cure alone. They did A Forest and they did it perfect. Clan of Xymox did a cover version of that too. Pretty good. But when they did Depeche Mode's Your Question of Time, wow. And it's on this. Look at this blue vinyl. This goes for about 70, 80 bucks on Discogs. Talk about pulling the trigger. I had to. I just love this version. Now, if you play that, if you find it on YouTube and play it in your speakers, be careful. Right when he says, I've got to get to you first, and it starts banging. Watch your speakers. The next record right here is, it's not tough to find by Clan of Xymox, but it's expensive. It's another one of their LPs. To get it in this immaculate kind of condition is kind of tough. Look, I hate ringware. I don't like bends on the corners. I hate stickers. I like pristine, very good plus near mint, or mint if I'm going to shell out the money. Otherwise, why are we doing this? My friend at Classic Gems, the records that he shows, he's got them in plastic covers. I can tell he's picky about this too. And by the way, hey, kudos and congratulations to your recent find. Roxy Music, More Than This, on a perfect mint condition cover. I know that you pulled the trigger on that one, so good job on that. But this one here, Clan of Xymox, Medusa, and I think it even had Backdoor on it. Did it have Backdoor? I know we had Medusa here. Michelle, yes, Backdoor. A whole bunch of them on here. Clan of Xymox, and here's the backside too. So this is Medusa. Really nice. Oh gosh, Zymox Obsession. Probably one of my favorite tunes from them ever. It's choppy. It's got stuff scattering all over the place. And then it almost sounds like on the edge of a Italo disco, sort of, but more on the darker side. So look up Clan of Xymox Obsession. They got a video for it. They're taking footage of ancient ruins. And when he says, it's just the way it should be, it's so right as rain, something like that. We stay awake at nights with visions so unreal, it's got a hold on me. It just takes me back to hearing that song. Here's the backside. Of course, it's a promo here. I hate these stamps. What can you do, though, right? So here's the front side without the promo stamp. Very colorful. He's very nice. When we were at DNA Lounge, I guess I had too much of their whiskey shots and some of their pizza slices, so I was a little bit halfway out there. And as he was signing my record and I was buying it, he said, don't forget your wallet. I love the accent. Don't forget your wallet, he says. And of course, he saved me from losing my wallet. It was just laying there. I forgot about it. What a nice guy. Now, enough of that. Let's go from Clan of Xymox to a Walmart buy. Can you believe they had this at Walmart? Who else would buy it other than me? I live up here in Gold Country in a cowboy mill mining railroad town. Everything they have there is pretty much Beach Boys, Elvis, or Lynyrd Skynyrd and Led Zeppelin, which, by the way, I mean, great stuff, right? I never thought that I would see this record there, so I grabbed it. And it's been going for about $100 on Discogs. I pulled the trigger on this for an entire 26 bucks. I had to. So I'm going to pull this up here. It's on purple vinyl. What could it possibly be? Yes. Mazzy Star. I showed this in my other video of Downtempo, acid jazz, dark wave. So tonight I might see. It's got the song called Fade Into You. Look, everybody knows this song when you listen to it. As soon as it starts up with that beautiful, laid back, gorgeous, sort of hippie sound, I guess. Everyone I've ever played it for, oh yeah, I remember that. Early 90s. Oh, it's a beautiful tune. Fade Into You. Then we've got This Is My Five-String Serenade, and then Blue Light. There's a blue light shining into dust. And then the last one, So Tonight I Might See, which sounds a lot like The Doors. This is the end when he says, Father, yes, son. She does a lot of talking, and it's now I believe this group has disbanded because their drummer, I believe it's the drummer, has passed on from us, sadly. So they gave us this. I'm sorry, I get choked up over these things. They gave us this beautiful LP. So thank you, Mazzy Star, the name of the group. Hope Sandoval, that's her name. She did another one with Massive Attack. Look that one up. It goes for about $2,000 for the record, but you know, why not? Just get out the credit card. There's a song with her and Massive Attack. You want to talk one of the darkest tracks I've ever heard. Perfect for the weather that I got going outside, which inspired me to make this video tonight. Lots of heavy fog, rain coming. It's cold, it's chilly. I got the candles, little electronic candles going behind me, but it still looks kind of like it's warm. And so look up Hope Sandoval and Massive Attack. Whew. But don't buy the record unless you want to pay out $1,500 to $2,000 for a record this big. Okay, let's move on to more Darkwave. The Soft Moon. This is released on white. It's also released on red. And it's this one right here. Very dark stuff. Let's say cross between dark and beautiful, because dark isn't always bad, right? Why does it have to be? Dark to me just means the B-side. Different people who have different personalities and tastes that has yet to be discovered by the common person who listens to pop radio and all that trash that's out there right now. I call it trash. I have a right to. It's trash. The stuff that you and I are looking at right here on these videos, we're a little bit different. And I'm talking about the Soft Moon. There's not a lot of garbage out there. There's good stuff, but for the most part, what I hear in retail stores, all right, pretty bad. This one here is on, I think I kept it sealed. Let's see. No, it's open. There's a card on the inside, and this one was released on this marbled red right here. I didn't get the white one. I wanted the marbled red just because I can see through it and move myself back and forth. It's got these swirlies. So if you like dark wave, I don't mean synth pop, I mean dark wave. And not even so much like Clan of Xymox, but just dark and beautifully difficult sound, almost disturbing in a beautiful way, just way, way out there, like echoes and beats hitting and voices echoing. That's the Soft Moon. And then this other one too, let's go through. Oh yeah, here it is. These guys, I just talked to these guys and they said coming to San Francisco would be very costly at this time. But they are a group called Shawnwald. I think I may have shown this in another one of my videos, but I have to show it again. Shawnwald. Look at the cover right there. That's the picture or the name of them. Hey, look, anything that they do, her voice is very echoing, like Cosi Fanny Tutti of Chris and Cosi from Throbbing Gristle. Just very dark and haunting and beautiful. That's this one right here. And it's on, let me put my finger cots on because of my oily fingers. Green vinyl. It's only released on green vinyl, I believe. So look at that. Wow. And the track on this that I love is called Fire, Fire. Wow, look that up. Shawnwald, Fire, Fire. And when you look that up, you'll see where I'm coming from. You'll be like, oh, I know what he's talking about in this video. I can see where he's going. Dark, beautiful, ethereal, heavenly, galactic, and just epic and deep. That's a lot of words, right? That's this right here. Let's go into Italians Do It Better. That's the name of the label. Italians Do It Better. What does that even mean? Music? I guess. There's this group called, what are they called here? Desire, Under Your Spell. Look how they did this record here. I think they just took the clear glob and then the purple glob and then press the record. That's how records are made. It's why it's called a pressing. It's masters that are squashed against this glob of vinyl, and then it's trimmed and then it's peeled off, and then you got your record here once it cools. Desire, and it's called Under Your Spell. Kind of Cocteau Twins sounding. And now that I brought up Cocteau Twins, one of my next videos I'm going to have a focus on Cocteau Twins, like Bluebell Knoll and Treasure, and I'm not going to give away more. So there's that one there on Italians Do It Better. They have another one. Oh gosh. The vocals on this, I don't know who to compare them to, but her voice is just so pretty. It's mellow. It's probably about maybe 108. And the song is called Shadow. Look at this girl right here. I mean, you want to talk about exemplary of beauty. This is this right here. And they are called Chromatics. The song is called Shadow. I think she says, bring me down. Then it gets right into the main part of the song, and all these beautiful electronic strings, like an orchestra, come out and just start playing beautifully. Kind of like a slower version of A Flock of Seagulls, Wishing. Kind of like that. But look this up. You might find out it's one of your favorite songs for the winter season, and that is Chromatics, Shadow. I'm going to pull this out here with my finger cuts on my fingers. Sorry about the dog barking outside. It never seems to stop. But half green and half clear. The next one here is Boy Harsher. Seriously deep, pounding, dark and hard. It's just got a bouncing bass line to it, and then the beat kicks in. Lots of electronic sounds over it, just tapping and snapping. And then her voice again is like Chris and Cosi. If you know who they are, Chris and Cosi, it's Chris Carter, Cosi Fanitutti from Throbbing Gristle. Her voice, they're like the next group on the next generation. Anything by Boy Harsher, look it up. And I'm serious. This one here is called Pain. I'm not kidding on this one. Look up Boy Harsher, Pain. All right? And again, watch your speakers on this one. They have another one that's in my stack here. Oh, no. I put it back in the other stack. I showed it on my other Darkwave acid jazz trip hop down-tempo video. It was called Motion. And it's really nice release by Boy Harsher. How about these guys right here? You ever heard of them? The Frozen Autumn. They sound a lot like Sisters of Mercy, Clan of Xymox, just that kind of same sound. His voice isn't as deep, but it's similar. So look up The Frozen Autumn. This is their album. I've been waiting for it to come out on vinyl, and it finally did. And I think I may have even opened it just because I wanted to play it. A lot of times, or most of the time, I don't even play my records. But you remember how we open these things? You take it and you run it across your jeans like this. And that's how you open a vinyl record's plastic. So, The Frozen Autumn. Check out this entire LP. Good stuff. Who here has seen the movie As Above, So Below on Netflix? A group of cavers do this kind of same stuff that I do, but they go into the catacombs of Paris, France. Really deep stuff, miles, and there's supposed to be like 6 million people's bones down there, as the cemeteries were just overflowing with too many deaths, and they started to take all the bodies down below and housed them down there. Well, there's retaining walls made of bones. And then behind the retaining walls, all the femurs and all that stuff is just sort of thrown back. There's about 6 million people down there, estimated. I don't know who counted them, but it's figured to be that. Where am I going with this? The movie As Above, So Below. There's a group of cavers that go down into these catacombs and explore. But before they do that, the main stars of the film go to a nightclub. And this track in French is the one that is playing. If you can see it, if you've ever wondered who it is Scratch Massive, and the track is Nuit de Mes Rêves. It's French, and I don't speak French. I'm really sorry if I really botched that one up, but that's what it is, by Scratch Massive. But look at this cover here. It looks like some sort of naked creature. This is very dark electronica. and the voice is deep too. That's the song that's playing at the club in the movie As Above, So Below. So go ahead and check that movie out. I think it's still on Netflix. What that really is people are facing their own personal demons, or their own personal horrors that they can't seem to get past. They meet up with it down below the earth. Wow. And in the club, there's a girl that's also down there in those catacombs. It's singing really high with some of her other friends. She's walking by in that club and her eyes are really big. It's pretty awesome. Okay. This is a record here that has Cocteau Twins on it. It's on this sort of gold record here. I can touch my record because I have my plastic things on my fingers, so don't yell at me. It's on this gold 10-inch record. And I bought this because, oh, it's so small, it's almost like trying to read stickers on apples, which is meeting the impossibility. I don't know. It's got Cocteau Twins on it, so I bought this one. Because who doesn't love Cocteau Twins? I mean, Cocteau Twins has got Liz Fraser as the front female vocalist. She can hit falsettos unlike anybody I've ever seen. Forget Mariah Carey. I'm talking Liz Fraser from Cocteau Twins. She even collaborated with Massive Attack, the song called Black Milk, which samples Manfred Mann's Earth Band tribute. That's the chime bells in the background and that beat kicks in. Watch your speakers on that one. Massive Attack, Black Milk. It's got the singer of Cocteau Twins, Liz Fraser. And it just has a chimes with those eerie, deep voices crying in the background. And then that beat kicks in. Boom, boom, tsh, boom, boom, tsh. And then her voice kicks in. Beautiful. I used to play that when I had my Corvette in Golden Gate Park in San Francisco. This other band that I found is called NNHMN. Another band came out. Electronic, synth, darkwave, deep voices. That's this right here. Why do they print everything so small? It's kind of annoying. I can't even read this if I had glasses on. Oh, Hypocrisy. NNHMN. And the track is called Hypocrisy, let alone the whole album right here. And it's on. Let me take it out since I have the covers on my fingers. This beautiful pink right here. Look at that stunning color. So I think I might title this video something that has to do with and colored vinyl with protective finger covers so I don't get yelled at. Hey, do you remember this movie from the 70s called Invasion of the Body Snatchers? Hey, it's one of my favorites. It's really dark, hardly any music, just a lot of creepy sounds in it. And it's set in San Francisco. It's just these pods left their planet, they come to Earth, and then there's these pods that open up and take over the original body. And then the other one comes out, and they have no personalities. They just sort of take over the people. And it happens overnight. And what better place than my hometown, San Francisco? And there's these flowers that are being placed all over the place. 1978, perfect time period for these 70s movies. I have read that if you listen to even the soundtrack, it will creep you out. It will creep you in. It's this right here. Invasion of the Body Snatchers, just the soundtrack alone. And then here's the backside. You've got Donald Sutherland, and hey, look, it's Spock. Leonard Nimoy. He's just trying to be a good doctor or book writer or whatever he is in the movie. He's trying to sympathize with people. Look, nothing's ever happening. It's all in your mind. Everything's just fine. And then he turns into one of them and starts talking about our species from long ago. And they show no remorse, no personality. Invasion of the Body Snatchers, one of my favorite disturbing sci-fi movies ever made. And so that is the end of this video. My gosh, I went 40 minutes long. Was it worth it? Did you stay with me to the very end? Hope you didn't skip through because you may have missed something, but that is the weight. That is this stack right here. And everything in it. There's just so much to show. I haven't even gotten started yet with what's behind me. So, I'm going to show you a little bit of what I have. This is the Zymox. It's a 12-inch record. It's got Cocteau Twins on it. It's got Zymox 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 on it. It's There's R&B, there's soul, electro, breakdance stuff. There's more Italo disco, Euro disco. I'm going to do another one of those. I'm going to take these off my fingers now that I'm safe. And then behind me, all of my house, trance, techno, all my rave stuff. So I have all this to go too. So thank you for watching. Thank you for staying with me and all the hilarities and the humor and the excitement and enthusiasm in showing my Darkwave records here. So subscribe to the channel, hit the like button, hit the notifications, and I will get you future videos out as soon as I publish them. And let me hear in the comments, keep it nice, please. Let's just talk. Let's keep it positive and keep it nice. I'd like to hear from you. Look for me on Facebook, Classic Vinyl Collectibles. And also, if you're into caving and abandoned mines and searching the underground, look for me also on Down to Earth Exploring. That's my other YouTube channel too. So put them together. Let's see what we can talk one-on-one. So thank you for looking at the electronic candles behind me. It's kept me very warm in this video, and I will see you on the next time I publish another video. Cheers.